Away from Tyler Miller, Tone says if Suter plays like he did against Curacao, getting turned inside out, Scotland will be home first. And your loyal, Rangers Easy OK says Shankland and Curtis were on fire on Saturday. Looks promising for both of them for the World Cup and beyond. The Jambos will be crying into their fish suppers with salt and sauce. They two guys, have they nailed down a starting spot against Haiti? Curtis and Shankland.
Well, do you know, we were talking about it as we had a lot of time on that plane, didn't we? And I think it might be fair to say, and I'm going to explain this one out. It might be fair to say that Findlay Curtis has got himself in front of Ben Doak for a starting place against Haiti. And I say that not because I necessarily would make any sort of argument that Findlay Curtis is a better talent or a more advanced in his career path than Ben Gannon-Doak. Ben Gannon-Doak, let's not forget, that's a guy that cost Bournemouth 25 million quid. That's a young boy that Jurgen Klopp didn't want to leave Liverpool because he wanted him to work with Mo Salah on a daily basis because he believed that Ben Gannon-Doak was good enough to take over from Mo Salah in Liverpool starting lineup. Arne Slot comes in, makes a very different decision, and Ben Doak goes, but he goes for 25 million quid. And on all of that basis, nobody can make a sound argument that Findlay Curtis is a better player than Ben Gannon-Doak. My argument would be at this moment in time, I thought Ben Gannon-Doak just looked a little bit rusty at the weekend. He's got time to get his fitness and back up at full speed. He should get games here. I just wonder if for this first game, Steve Clarke might be more inclined to go with Findlay Curtis, who the one thing you would say if you were going to compare and contrast the two, Findlay Curtis, that final bit of end product, whether it's a shot, whether it's a setup, he's got a little bit more composure than Ben Gannon-Doak. Ben Gannon-Doak has got every other tool in the box, and he'll terrify any defender that comes up against. But Findlay Curtis, he looks to me as if he just might be nudging ahead in terms of a starting place for that game.
You know why he's got that, Jack, that end product? Because he's playing games.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Just comes to playing games. I totally agree. Listen, I'm a massive fan of Gannon-Doak. He's got searing pace. He's given a Scotland team a whole new dimension since he first came into the squad. Even at the weekend, although his end product, his final ball was poor, I can guarantee you the Curacao left back would have been delighted when he went up at half time because he just went at every opportunity.
And that's what he offers you. He's direct.
He scares defenders, honestly. He frightens people. But I agree with Jacko. The Findlay Curtis, this spell he's had at Kilmarnock, where he became a key player for them, scored a lot of goals, played a massive part in keeping them up. The confidence the boys got at the moment, and just for that regular game time, his end product is there. It feels like he's going to get a cross or a shot or a layoff every time he gets the ball. And that's why, me and Jack were talking about it. The Haiti game, we all think he's going to go, Steve Clarke's going to go with two up front. He's hinted at it. He obviously did it against Curacao at the weekend. We think he's going to go two up front, but he's not going to go with two attacking wingers and two up front, I don't think, in any World Cup game.
By the way, how anti Steve Clarke would it be? But there is a bit of you that now you look at it and you go, and I've obviously, and can we spare a thought, please, for me after the loss of Billy Gilmore, been hard. But now that you don't have to juggle up it might simplify things in a way. And what you could do, and I don't think he'll do this, but there's a bit of me wishes he would, where you just go McTominay and McGinn as your centre mids, and you put the two boys out wide, and you play two through the middle, and you just say, we need to win this game of football come hell or high water, score more goals in them.
And by the way, if you believe, as we do, that it is like a one-game World Cup, where you need to win this first game, there is an argument for that, but we know Steve too well. He'll just think, playing one of them, if he's going to go with two strikers, he can play one attacking wing player. And I think it'll be Gannon-Doak or Findlay Curtis. I think that space is up for grabs between the two of them. I think the other three central midfielders, it'll probably be McTominay, Ferguson and McGinn. We know McGinn can play off the side and come in and make it a three if need be. I'm almost certain that's what will be in the manager's mind. But as we touched on, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, maybe even before the weekend, Steve Clarke's thinking that wide player that's going to start will be Gannon-Doak. I think Curtis has done absolutely everything to give his manager a major problem because, as I say, watching him at the weekend, taking into account no position, obviously, but I just thought his decision making was really good. Unlike Gannon-Doak, we touched on the final ball, that end product. I said to Jacko, I was watching Andy Robertson at the weekend, and I feel as if Andy Robertson looked like he was really enjoying playing with him on that side, linking up with him.
But he was just feeding him the ball. Feeding him the ball.
There was that trust and understanding and that wee relationship. You could see it developing, even though it's so early. I just think Curtis has done himself a massive favour, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does start against Haiti, but it might be at the expense of Gannon-Doak.
It's going to be interesting because obviously we are down here just now. Team Hotel tomorrow. It's all sort of building up towards Bolivia at the weekend up in New Jersey, and we'll be there for that. Obviously, Steve Clarke has kind of suggested the 11 that goes out against Bolivia will probably look a lot more like the team that he's already got in his mind's eye for the opener against Haiti. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with the wide men there.
And in terms of Shanklin, I think Shanklin has to start. Daniel,
their friends are Scottish. So.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. Get their take on things.
They will later on. Listen, in terms of Shanklin, I think he has to start. I I thought that before the weekend, especially as we're discussing about going with two up front, because Shanklin's got that ability. He's shown at Hearts. He can drop a wee bit deeper if you need one of your strikers to do that, but he's still got the ability to get in the box and get the end of things. I thought he showed that again at the weekend.